Alright, this is Instructor Andrew from Learn How to Sew, and if you want to learn how to cut a pant with curve at the hem and a single pleat, this is the right video for you. So the first thing you want to do is to rule a straight line at the top, and that is going to be your waistline. That's going to be your waistline. So you mark a straight line because the fabric may not be straight at the top, so you mark a straight line there. Then you take out 1 inch, which is going to be for your band, and you mark your crotch. How do you determine your crotch? Your crotch is determined by dividing your waist by 4. Then you add 2 inches. You add 2 inches. That will be free, and your customer won't complain. And I am marking the middle of my pants. That is the half length. Half length is the total length divided by 2 plus 1. So in my case, the total length for my trouser is 40. 40 divided by 2 will give me 20 plus 1. That's where you see 21 there. So this is my total length, 40. Excuse me, because I'm making a curve, I will add 3 inches for my hem. I will be making the curve at the down, so that's why I'm adding 3 inches. I would have added 2 inches if it's a normal folding, but this one has some kind of curve at the down. So my camera is not taking this particular point, but I'm trying to get a control point so that I will rule a straight line. So I'm marking 40 inches at the other side and 43 inches just to get a straight line. So don't forget, a quick recap: if you want to get your half length is your total length divided by 2 plus 1. In this case, I have 40, so my half length is going to be 20 plus 1, which is 21. That is how to get your half length. All right, so I am going to be putting down all my vertical measurements, which is 13 for the crotch. So I mark and rule a straight line. 13. The 13 here, the guy wants a very free, like extended crotch. Normally I'm supposed to have nothing more than, let me say, 10 inches or 10 1/4 inches, but he said he wants a very free crotch, so that's why I gave it 13. So I'll rule a straight line. That's my knee, which is my half length. Your knee line is also your half length. So that's my knee line. So I've gotten all my vertical measurements. As you can see, vertical measurements in turn, they become horizontal lines. So the first thing when you want to take your round measurement is that you remove ½ inch from your crotch. Your crotch is where you add your thigh measurement. Don't forget, your crotch point is where you add your thigh measurement. So the reason why I took half away is that particular edge is not smooth, and you don't want that place to show when you are done sewing your trouser. That's the only reason why you remove it. So my thigh measurement here for this customer is 30 inches. So I will mark 15. 30 divided by 2 is 15. Then I will mark in 1.5. That will be my crotch curve. That's where my crotch curve will end. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the half of 15, because I want to get the shaping of this trouser through my thigh. So I will divide 15 by 2, which will give me 7.5. So I'll mark it. That's 7.5. Then whatever it is that I get from measuring from that 7.5 to the tip, that's what I am going to mark on my waistline. Yeah, that will give me 8. I'm going to mark it on my waistline. That is 8. The same thing, I will mark it on my half length or my knee line. I will mark 8. I will go to the hem line. I will go to the hem line as well. Okay, I'll go to the M line and I will mark 8 as well. Then any measurement that I have, I will start dividing them into 2 and I will be placing it in between that line. The M that I have here is 16. For the ankle line, let me call it ankle line or the M line. The ankle line is 16, right? I'm going to divide 16 by 2, which will give me 8. That 8 that I have, I'm going to place it in between the marking. That means 4 on one side and 4 on the other side. 4 on this side, 4 plus 4 will make it 8. So that means I'm spreading the 8 on both sides. The same thing for the knee. The knee here is 22. 22 divided by 2 is 11. I will spread the 11 into both sides. That will be 5.5 on one end, 5.5 on the other end, which will make it 11. 5.5 there, 5.5 again will make it 11. I hope you are getting that. I'm only trying to convince you and not to confuse you. Okay, so the next thing we'll be looking at is how to get your waistline to be at the middle. So what you want to do is that crotch that we came inside with 1.5, you are going to take the measurement to where it meets at the middle of your thigh. Whatever it gives you, which is 6 inches, you take it up 6 inches, then you subtract 3/4 from it and you mark. Now the guy's waist, this client's waist is 33 inches. Okay, let us see how we divide the 33 inches. So take your tape, 33 inches, 33 inches divided by 2, that's going to give you 16.5. You divide 16.5 into 2 again, it is going to give you 8 1/4. Then you place 8 1/4 down. Yes, you place 8 1/4 down and you mark it. Don't forget we are doing pleat, so we are going to add extra 2.5. 1.5 will be for the pleating, then the 1 will be for your sewing allowance. Yes, we are going to leave sewing allowance for this particular waist. The other thing that we have been doing, we have not added sewing allowance to it. We add it to the back, but for the waist here, we are going to add extra 1 inch for the sewing allowance. So you draw your curve, you draw your straight line. It will be slanted, of course. You draw it. So we want to connect all the dots now. We are done marking points. So to get your crotch curve, the height, you mark 1.5 just the same way you mark 1.5 horizontally. So you draw your curve. It's just to give you a guide of how where the curve will end. So get it as smooth as possible. So there you have it. So we are going to join the outer seam. The outer seam for the waist, the outer side, just have a curve. Okay, let me take the ruler because I'm left-handed, so I will have to take the ruler to the other side. Okay, okay, here you go. Draw it. This fabric is not forgiving. This is Jonkoso. If you want to really know the fabric name, it's Jonkoso. So you go in the crotch side, you come down by 3/4 or 1 inch, depending on what you want. You cannot leave it straight. If you leave it straight, the trouser at the front is not going to hold you snugly. You will just see something poking out. So you have to give it a slant downward, 3/4 or 1 inch. So I'm just joining everything together. As you can see, that's to curve in. The other end, I'm just trying to do all the sides so that I won't have to go down, come up, go down, trying to adjust the camera. So I'm going to mark outside. It's going to curve outside, then I will turn it inside because it's having some kind of S curve in between the tie line and the half length and the knee line. There should be some kind of S curve there, but this particular curve is not perfect yet. I'm going to adjust it later. So I want to join the knee line and the ankle line together. Inner curve is what I'm using. You will see me flipping the ruler to the other side because I just want the curve to face inside. Then you don't draw a straight line to join the M line. You take it outside. If you make it straight that way, when you are trying to fold it in, you will have big issue. So you have to curve your hand outside whenever you're ruling the allowance for the ME. So if you notice, my ruler is going to slant outside. So you see that. So I'm going to correct that particular place that is not well curved. So as you can see, the shape will come out nice now. So that's it. So this is how to construct the front panel of your trousers. So what I'm just going to do now is what I'm going to do next is to draw a straight line and bring out my pleat. Just rule your straight line, the middle point, and mark out 1.5 and just draw a straight line to where it joins. Draw a straight line to where it joins the crotch. A slanted line, pardon. So just watch and you see. Just draw your slanted line there. So before you cut your back, you must know that you have to fold that particular 1.5 on top of each other, pin it down before you start cutting. So if you want to see how to cut the back panel, just make a comment, make a request, and I am going to drop the other part of this tutorial. Trust me, you are going to love watching it. Just let me know what you think. Comment, make a request of anything that you want to learn next. So till I will bring you another tutorial, I will say bye for now.